Good morning, everyone. So today is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving here in the States. And I am feeling rather optimistic today, even though it's pouring down rain and looks like it's going to rain all day. I am going to have a 4-day weekend, which is the first 4 days off in a row that I've had since I started here in February. In fact, it's probably the first time I've had 4 days off in a long time. But the main thing I want to talk about this morning is, I kind of have had an epiphany as I was, doing my thing. I get up and do my meditation and I watch what I call the truther news. And, when I moved into my apartment in 2018, my soul knew that I was preparing for a mission. Jody didn't necessarily know that. I didn't know what I was preparing for, but my soul knew that because I remember thinking as I moved in here, I had plans to do one thing. I had plans to grow my doTERRA essential oil business, and I was going to hit it hard. And instead, the universe dropped a bunch of ascension symptoms on me, and my physical body and my emotional body was like up and down and up and down, 3 days down, 2 days up. And I just was like, I didn't feel good. And I didn't know what was wrong with me because I didn't, at that point in time, didn't really understand. So that was when I kind of started watching a lot of the astrology stuff and just kind of educating myself on some of the stuff that was going on. And that's when I personally became aware of what ascension was and how it affected us. So at that point in time, I felt internally that I needed to man my post and I needed to get my people to man their posts because something big was coming. It was just a feeling. Again, it was a soul feeling that was there, not necessarily like my logical brain didn't know what was going on. It was an internal, intuitive feeling that was there. So I would say that was when I went through basic training. As I learned about different things, trying to figure out my own shit, and kind of popped out on the other side feeling much better and kind of knowing where I was going. But the point of that is this morning I was, again, I watch several channels. I get my information from all of these different places, and Michael Jaco is one of the ones that I've started watching recently. He has like really long shows, and I don't watch the whole show, but I might watch maybe 20 minutes of it to kind of just get a feel for it. And he has this one guy on there who all he does is he watches military flights. That was probably his expertise when he was in the Army, I think. And so he, I don't know if it's all day long or if that's just what he does on his YouTube channel, but he documents military flights from Guantanamo Bay to different places where maybe some of the elites lived, and back and forth and back and forth. So that is his niche or his expertise. And as I was sitting there watching that, I found myself getting more and more excited because what I am seeing is all of the light workers that at one time maybe didn't know what their place was in this spiritual war, because we all know we are in a spiritual war between dark and light right now. If you haven't figured that out, do, or you will. So anyway, and I also watch Dave Reuben, the Reuben Report. I don't think I put him on my list, but last night he was talking about in New Mexico, the governor had shut down some of the Walmarts and the grocery stores. And I don't tell you that because I want you to be afraid. I tell you that because inside of me, I got a little excited because I'm like, because as the dark is losing, they tighten things up because the light is winning. And so it's just like a movie, at the very end, it starts out like kind of slow and the bad guy does this and then the good guy does this. And at the very end, they're all in a hell out beating the crap out of each other. And but what I want to remind you is who always wins in the movie. The good guy wins in the movie. I also started thinking about that movie that J-Lo was in, and Billy Campbell was her husband, and she was an abused wife. And I was laying in bed last night trying to remember what that name of that movie was, because it's a little like that. It's kind of like he was beating the crap out of her, which was what Deep State was doing to us for a long, long time. And she just kind of removed herself and went to live a different life. But behind the scenes, she started like working out and preparing for him, because she was going to get him back. And I feel like that's a little bit what's been going on behind the scenes is, you know, if the white hats or us light workers are a little quiet, it's kind of like we're preparing things and then we're getting ready to do our thing when the deep state, dark whatever comes after us. So anyway, I'm slowly watching all of the light workers kind of pop up, starting to do their special missions. And that excites me, because you know, it's like everybody has a different mission in this. The one guy's mission is, all he does is he watches military flights and he lets us know, he goes, this is unusual. We've had 51 flights to Guantanamo Bay in the last 2 weeks, when we maybe had 2 in a year. He's, you know, getting the data and gathering that data to share with us an anomaly. You know, we've got Charlie Ward. He was is what I would call a connector. I am a connector. You know, I was a connector when I sold real estate. You know, I knew a lot of people, and when someone needed a yard mowed, I knew someone that they could call to mow a yard, and I knew somebody that could fix a roof, and I knew somebody that could do this, and I knew somebody that could do this. I am also doing that in my job at the title company. I run the front desk. They tell me what they need, and I send them to this person and send them to this person. And this morning I was sitting here thinking, I'm like going, that is my job as a special ops. My job is the receptionist or the dispatch. I'm the dispatcher person in the special ops department. You know, you tell me what your problem is, and I can tell you someone that can help you fix it. Some things I can fix for you. Some things I'm better at than others, but I'm not an expert at everything, but I know who is. And so as I was watching that again this morning, and I'm watching all of the special ops starting to step forward. They've all come out of basic training. Not everybody. There's still a lot of people that are still in basic training. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, I don't know what my special mission is, it's okay. You will figure it out eventually. You're probably still in basic training. You may still be going through hell right at the moment. And your job is to get through hell, and then you will figure out at the other end what your mission is. You know, some people have bigger missions and some people are behind the scenes. Everybody has a part to play. So I was, like I said, I was thinking about that this morning, and I was like going, I just get excited as I see different channels come into play, because when I started watching everything a few months ago, I only had like maybe 2 or 3 that I could watch and count on. And now there's just more and more and more popping up. Even though Deep State has tried to take them out, they're popping up on different channels. You know, we've got people that are opening up different platforms. We have people that are, you know, experts in this. And it's just, you know, that is getting me excited, just watching everybody come out of basic training and starting to step into their mission. So I guess my question to you is, are you still at that point where you're like going, I don't know what my special mission is. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Or do you kind of know what you ought to be doing and you just haven't gotten the nerve to step into that power yet? It'll come. It will come. You know, like I watched one this morning. There was like what's it called? It was like a protest in New York. And a mask burning. And people were like, you know, so everybody has one. Some people are the ones that are the activists that are getting out and doing things. I don't want to be an activist. I don't want to get out and get the crap beat out of me. I'm a chicken shit. I admit that. I've been emotionally had the shit beat out of me. That was enough. I don't want to get physically beat up. I'm too old. So, but there are still people that want to do that. And that's where they're going to come in to play in this spiritual war. So again, I will just continue to keep listing the places that you can go when you need the motivation, when you need information, because again, that's kind of what I figured out this morning. That's part of what my job is as a connector, to help send you in the direction that you're searching for or struggling. And I will continue doing that. And I will talk to you guys sometime over this weekend. Again, don't have any specific plans. I'm thinking about doing a live. Don't know when it's going to be. Whenever I feel like it, I guess. I hope everybody has a great day. Keep your chin up. I'm telling you, things are getting exciting. I feel like things are getting exciting because, like I said, at the end of the movie, everything always gets very dramatic, and it's getting ready to get very dramatic probably, but we always win in the end. So just keep that in mind, and you'll get out of basic training eventually, and you'll be playing your part in this whole thing, and I will talk to you later. Bye.